Welcome, my friends. I am excited and happy to be here with John Glenn, the Vice President of Development for Madonna Rehabilitation Hospitals. John, so good to see you.
Andy, it is always a treat to be with you. Thank you for having me on and for being so gracious with your time and with your lovely audience.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to be talking about Miles for Madonna, but before we dive into the specifics of the walk, Madonna's the Omaha campus, hard to believe, celebrating 6 years.
It'll be 6 years, October 4th, which is literally amazing. We started the project probably 9 years ago, and it was
Wow.
alfalfa, and now we're, world-class rehabilitation right here in the city of Omaha, doing really good work every day with spinal cord injuries, brain trauma, neurological disease, stroke, post-COVID-19, and of course the pediatric side of that. So we're glad to be in the city. We're really, really excited to be helping more and more people and getting the word out that we're here and we're providing this kind of help to our neighbors, our friends, our community.
Yeah. And I will say, I mean, I have toured the facility, the hospital several times. It is amazing. It's state of the art. And it's just, I mean, people come there because something has happened, something traumatic has happened. And to be able to rehabilitate at this location, in this facility, I mean, I think it helps so much for them to just, getting on to their life. So
Yeah, rebuilding someone's life is so important, after a catastrophic illness or an accident. Madonna's where you go when you leave the ICU and you need to continue that wonderful medical care, but also start rehabilitation, getting your nerves firing, getting your muscles firing, so you have a chance to rebuild your life and go back home to have a productive life, whether it's as a spouse or as a mom or dad or as a grandma and grandpa, as a business person. Get back your life and live it to the fullest. That's what Madonna is all about.
yeah. Well, Miles for Madonna, which is the walk, and as we were saying before we hit record, this is the 7th year for this walk, and this raises awareness, raises funds. It's all tied into the rehabilitation hospital. But let's talk about it. When is it this year? It's coming up.
It is coming up. It is Saturday, the 24th of September. It's a 5K run and 5K walk along with a mile walk. It starts at 10 a.m. at Zorinsky Lake, where we've had it the past 5 years. It's really a wonderful day. Last year we had runners and walkers from about 300 of them from 14 states and 61 cities. There's an online version as well. If you're in, Blair or you're in Nebraska City, you just can't roll out of bed in time, you can join virtually and walk as well. It's a fun time. The runners, we have many runners that want to do it as a qualifier. We have walkers with moms and dads with their strollers and their golden retrievers or their poodles, lots of kids. The day of, registration, I think, opens up at 9 a.m. We'll have face painting, we'll have a balloon artist, we'll have games. There's the annual Cornhusker Corvette car show. So there's a little bit of everything for everyone. And nothing's better than on Saturday morning in the fall. The air is usually crisp. The leaves are starting to turn. It's a great turnout from our former patients who want to walk with us to show, look how far I've come. So it's a nice reunion of both patients and staff, but a great way for the community to get together. It's less than an hour from start to finish. So you can go there, register, start walking, having fun, and be back watching college football by 11 a.m. or mowing or whatever you're going to do for the rest of Saturday.
Absolutely. And so your website, madonna.org, there is a great, you've got a great page, and I'm looking at it, which is why I'm glancing over this way. But yeah, so many things happening that day, and there's awards and door prizes as well. So
we'll offer awards to the top runners in their age group, both for women and men. But we have tons and tons of door prizes. Everybody stays afterward to make sure they get a chance at that door prize, and they're fun. It can be gift certificates to restaurants. It can be games for kids. It can be home decor items for folks that want to spice up their fall decor. So it's really a fun morning. It goes fast, but it also goes to a really good cause
Yeah.
to help us rebuild the lives of our patients.
Yep, it's Miles for Madonna proceeds are applied to benefit all Madonna patients and programs, which, do you want to talk a little bit about some of the programs? We've got about a minute left.
You bet. We've got a couple of programs. One is called our St. Benedict Fund that helps patients who may come in and need, really supplies. They come in without shoes. They may go home in the wintertime. We buy them shoes. We take care of their coat. If it's a mom or dad and they've lost half their income because mom's been in the hospital for 6 months, we try to help patients take care of their OPPD bill or MUD bill to make sure the house is warm and ready to go when they do get home. So that fund's called the St. Benedict Fund. We also have a fund called the First Hope Equipment Fund for patients who need advanced technology to go home and live an active life, but whose insurance company will not pay for it. So those are just two examples of the many, many we use these funds for to help our patients.
Yeah, so important because again, like we were talking earlier, and you had said, I mean, coming from an ICU to Madonna and then being able to go home, to live your best life, that you can, depending on what's happening, because it's a culture shock too, and you really help kind of gauge the gap between getting rehabilitated in so many different capacities and then being able to go home. So
there's a big difference between what insurance costs and pays for
yeah,
versus the cost of world-class rehab. It's our fundraising that really bridges that gap and allows people to go home. And as you said, Andy, one quick note, it's not just a shock for the patient, but it's a shock for their families as well. This affects the entire family. And we try to have a holistic approach to get people to go home and really embrace life.
Yeah. Well, John, thank you so much for joining me today. Miles for Madonna, the 24th of September, coming up here quick. And there you go.
There's the hat. If the first 300 adults get a nice hat, September 24th should be a lot of fun.
Yep. All right, John, thank you so much. And we'll see you we'll see you there. So
sounds good. Thanks,
right.
Andy.
And folks, we'll be right back. Hello, my friends. I am here with Socorro Carrera. She is the Global Partnership Specialist at Bellevue University. Thank you so much, Socorro, for joining me today.
Oh, thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
Well, we're going to be talking about some events coming up in honor and celebration of National Hispanic Heritage Month.
Yes.
That begins on September 15th. But at Bellevue University, there's quite a few things going on. And yeah, let's just dive right in. Let's all first kind of let you get an overview and then we'll go specifically. So let's just talk about, what do you have planned?
So at Bellevue, we have a couple events planned where the public is invited to attend. You want me to just go ahead and go through them?
Yeah. We'll kick off Golden Orchestra. It's an event happening on September 12th. So I will let you take it away.
Okay, so we have actually two events planned for Hispanic Heritage Month. The first one to kick off Hispanic Heritage Month on September 12th, we are going to have a Mexican fiesta, if you will, where we are inviting staff, students, and of course, our beautiful community to join us. It will take place at the Hitchcock Humanities Center Chris Auditorium. If you don't know where it's at, it's 1040 Bruin Boulevard on the Bellevue University campus. You will be able to come enjoy some light appetizers, a photo display of the Mexican Revolution from 11 to noon. And then Consul of Mexico, Guadalupe Sanchez Salazar, and Bellevue University President Mary Hawkins will deliver brief comments and introduce Golden Music Orchestra, who will perform for about an hour. There is no cost to join this event at all. The second event that we have is the Hispanic Heritage Luncheon that will also be held on campus. This one will be held on September 29th at the John B. Mueller Administrative Building from 11:30 to 1 p.m., I believe.
So let's talk a little bit about the luncheon. Again, you said on September 29th. Who will be the speaker this year?
He's the president and CEO of OPPD, Javier Fernandez.
Yes, yep.
He will be there. And also, it's going to be pretty cool because there's also going to be a luncheon performance with the Hispanic Arts Center, which is like the folkloric Mexican dancers. Beautiful. They are absolutely wonderful. They're beautiful work. And it's going to be a really nice event. That one's not free to the public. That one, I believe, is $25 for tickets, where you can register online on our university website to obtain those tickets. And for any students, whether it's high school, college, any university students, as long as they have a student ID, it's $10 per student.
Okay, and so people can go, like you said, to the website to register for the luncheon, and you don't have to register for the event on the 12th, correct?
Nope, that's free. Just come.
Okay, just come on, just come on out.
Come on out.
So can you tell me a little bit more about Bellevue University's partnership with the Consulate of Mexico?
Of course. So we have a very, very special relationship with the Consulate of Mexico. I'm actually staffed at the Consulate office on a daily basis from Monday through Friday, and I operate the education orientation window there. And what we do is we offer all sorts of educational opportunities to children, adults. There's parenting classes, there's ESL classes. There's a little bit of everything that we offer with a lot of our community partners in education. We've recently opened at Bellevue University. It's called a Plaza Communitaria. And what that is, it's a community space that's open to individuals who are Spanish speaking, who did not have the opportunity to either go to primary or secondary school. This program was created by the National Adult Education Program in Mexico. And it gives these individuals the opportunity to obtain that education and to, obtain their certificates of completion from those programs where, they could use them, in the future to go on into high school, and, possibly get a GED. And then our goal is, of course, to get them into a higher education. So, we always try to push education. It's a wonderful program.
And are there other programs or?
So also we also, I don't know if you are familiar with our campus, but we opened also it's called Camino Latino Center, where they offer lots of services to the community, which also provides a lot of learning opportunities, on how to open a bank account, how to do this, how to do that. I mean, it just offers so many good tutoring. I mean, it's just an array of services that we provide for the community there.
Yeah, and it sounds like those services are so important just to be able to do like their life skills that just first of all improve the quality of life when you know how to do all those things. And
Right.
And they're so important. I think sometimes we take them for granted, or we just assume, but those are things that we all have to learn. So really important work. Anything else that you'd like to tell us about the partnership?
I think we've been working with the Consulate for a little bit over 6 years now.
Okay.
And, we always try to join in on anything that we can do to help the community, to advance in their education and, just to help the community, because it's like this plaza thing, like you're right. We take so many things for granted, like primary school. Yeah, I went to primary school, but, there's from working here, I've seen, there's so many people that the only thing they can do is sign their name, and it's, yeah. So it's a wonderful program, and we're happy to offer it at Bellevue at no cost to the participants and that take this opportunity.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this question. How can the community help you? How can the community help be a part of what you're doing? How can we contribute back?
Mhm.
Like through donations, or what are some of the ways that for people watching that say, hey, I would like to help?
You know, since we just started the program, we're like in the initial part of it, but I think in the future, we're gonna want to do like, you know, or some light ESL classes, you know, where we have maybe conversations, you know, like maybe come to our
Sure.
campus and, you know, conversate with our students to help them improve their English skills, you know, things like that. I mean, just like donate a little bit of your time, you know,
Yeah.
we don't ask for much, but
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that's good for everybody, again, listening. You know, time I mean, money is important, but time is also really important. So,
yes,
so
yes,
we'll follow up with you as
definitely.
things get rolling. And you know, maybe come on and talk a little bit more about where everything's at and how we can contribute back. So,
Yeah, definitely.
so before I let you go, let's just kind of recap the two events coming up.
Mhm.
The Golden Orchestra event on September 12th. Anybody can come, and just
Yes.
inviting the public to come down. It's a celebration.
Mhm.
And then we've got the Hispanic Heritage Luncheon on September 29th. There is a cost for that, but this is going to be a great luncheon with a dynamic
It
um,
is.
speaker. Like you said, the CEO of OPPD is
Mhm.
going to be speaking at that. And that's a community celebration of community leaders coming together along with
Definitely.
other folks in the community. So
And can I also invite the community to the actual official El Grito event?
absolutely.
Okay, so a lot of people are like, what does El Grito mean? So, you know, El Grito is the Mexican cry for independence. And
Mhm.
what it is in September 15th, 1810, Miguel Hidalgo, who was a priest from a small town in Guanajuato, the state of Mexico, he made a decision that revolutionized Mexican history, which led to the war and the independence from Spanish rule. So this event, if you have never seen it, if you've never been to it, it is absolutely amazing. And I think everybody needs to experience this because the first time I saw it, I mean, my family is Mexican, but I was brought up in the United States. So I didn't know what El Grito was for a long time. But when I attended the first time, I was moved. Okay, I was really moved. And what it does is it's going to be on September 15th.
Mhm.
And for the first time ever, it's going to be open to the public on Consulate grounds. Usually this event takes place on 24th Street, but this year it was canceled by the organizers. So as the Mexican Consulate, it is our commitment to have this event and hold it for the community. So it's going to be on September 15th here at the Consulate of Mexico. The address is 744 Farnham Street, just one block south of Dodge. And it starts at 6 p.m., ends at 10. And there's going to be dance performances. There's going to be the Nebraska Charro Association here with their beautiful horses. We're going to have fireworks. We're going to have
Oh,
food
wow.
trucks. It's going to be
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. And the head consul, Guadalupe Sanchez, will be actually doing the El Grito event. You know, they perform it just like the priest did on September 15th,
Sure.
1810, just like the president of Mexico does in Mexico on the same day also. So yes, we invite the public to come down, bring your families. It's a beautiful, beautiful event. It's free. There's no charge to come. And for first time ever, it's open to the public on Consulate grounds. So
Wow, that's exciting.
yes.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we talked about that as well. I'm going to mark my calendar for that one. September 15th begins at 6, ends at 10. Sounds like there's
Yes.
so many just really fun, amazing things
Oh,
happening.
it's amazing. I hope you do. I hope you can
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah. So, all right. Again, everything, all this information is on the Bellevue. Is it on the Bellevue University website, or is it also on the Consulate website?
Yes, it's on the Consulate web pages, social media. It's
Okay.
everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Socorro, thank you so much for joining me today. It's nice to meet you, and again, lots of really great events coming up.
Yes.
So
Well, thank you for having me. I love talking to you, and I hope you can make it out to our events.
absolutely, absolutely. So thank you again, and folks, we will be right back. Well, hello, my friends. I'm so excited to be here with Lacey Locklear. She is the Chief Development Officer for Completely Kids. We're here to talk about a really fun event. Lacey, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, let's first talk about Completely Kids and who do you serve? Just tell us a little bit about the organization itself.
Absolutely. So Completely Kids is a local nonprofit really serving children and families in Omaha. And we do that through 5 main, what we call buckets of service that we like to focus in. And our bread and butter is our after school programs. We are actually now in 17 locations throughout Omaha, both south, central, even a couple northern locations, really just serving our children in that setting.
Yeah.
But we also fully believe in wrapping around our families with services. So we have teen engagement opportunities. We have adult education opportunities for our parents who are wanting to further their education, their employment opportunities. And then we have those vital services that support our families for food insecurity needs and mental health services.
Yeah. I mean, you've got the organization has been along for so long, and it really has expanded and grown in the people that you reach and serve. But it does so much for so many. So thank you. I'm going to thank you just first off for that. Let's talk a little bit. Okay, so upcoming, this is one of my favorite events. Pino Pigs, and now it's called Pours. It used to be Poets, now it's called Pours. And this is an event that's coming up in September. So give us all the details, the what. Let's just talk about what it is first, and then we'll go into the when and where.
Yeah, so Pino Pigs and Pours that was rebranded a couple of years ago to add a new component is our largest fall fundraiser. It's really an opportunity for people to engage Completely Kids, and it is a wine and pork tasting event that now features bourbon. So really for those that maybe aren't a Pinot Noir drinker, there are some other opportunities. So we have bourbon and craft beer available at the event.
Wonderful. So let's talk a little bit. Let's go. So silent auction, is there I think there's a VIP time that people can come. So like when we get there, what's going on besides the tasting and there's a lot of chefs too.
There are. So yes, I forgot to mention the date. So it is September 22nd. Yeah. So we are 4 weeks out. Really, really excited. Wow. It's going to be at Champions Run this year. Beautiful location, has a beautiful veranda outside of people if it's a beautiful night. But yeah, so it is featuring 10 chefs this year. So we have chefs from all over Omaha that will provide little bites of a sample dish that people can taste all throughout the evening. We will have 21 wineries featured throughout the event. And so people can go about the evening sipping and tasting. And I think what makes us a little different with this event is there is actually not a silent auction. There is not a sit-down component. And I think that's what a lot of people experience going to some of these fundraising events is you have a table of 10, you sit down, there's a program. Our event is really a great introduction event to people kind of wanting to dabble in the special events for nonprofits. You come, you pay your ticket, and you enjoy the evening. You walk around, you sip, you taste, you mingle with friends, and you can come and go as you please, it's a beautiful thing.
And I do know, because I was checking out your website, and again, there's so much great information, first about Completely Kids in general on your website, but about this event in particular. So you can buy a VIP ticket, which gets you in like an hour,
an hour before. And the reason we do that is all of these featured wines are wines that are pretty exclusive, and they are available for sale in our wine shop. So people who want to purchase a patron ticket for $250 versus our $150 general entry ticket, they get in a whole hour before so they can taste, they can sample, and they can even put aside maybe some wines that have been a favorite before that ran out last year. I will tell you there are several that we will run out of pretty quickly. We will also have pre-sales available for these wines. So if people have the opportunity and would like to get in the doors a little bit sooner, I think that patron ticket is an option.
Yeah, and again, September 22nd. For those who are familiar with this event, it used to be in June.
It was in May for a while.
May, yeah, and then June.
Yes. And then after COVID, we
Yeah.
switched it with kind of wanting. And then we found out still kind of playing around with the dates. But
Yeah.
September worked well for our vintages this year to make sure that we had the wine that was kind of promised. We weren't going through a winter. It worked out great for our committee and when we're having it.
So is there a deadline where you need to buy your tickets?
I would just encourage people to buy as soon as possible. As you know, it's a very well-known event in the community,
Yep.
and we love putting it on. So we want to have as many people there as we can. But right now, we'll keep the tickets open until we're sold out.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? There's a possibility of selling out too. I mean, that is possible, for sure. So let's talk a little bit before I let you go. How else people can support Completely Kids? Yeah, how can we help? What can we do?
Absolutely. So if people are unable to attend the event, we know how busy those fall months can get. They can donate directly to the event if they would like to on the page. They can make a general operating donation to the agency, but we also have great engagement opportunities. We have volunteer needs in our weekend food program that feeds over 700 children every single week.
Wow.
So they can come in and help us volunteer in that. We also do lots of great in-kind drives throughout the year. We're getting ready to kick off our winter coat drive to really make sure that all of our children have the proper outerwear that they need on sometimes those walks to school or they're waiting for the bus to try to prevent illness and missing school and falling behind. So just some really great supportive ways that people can support us. But right now, we would love to have anyone that can attend come join us on September 22nd at Female Pig Wars.
Yes. Well, I'm excited for this event. The website completelykids.org. I know you've seen that several times as we've been talking here, but check it out. So many ways to support, lots of information about this event, and you can buy tickets on the website as well. So, all right, Lacey, thank you so much for joining me. It's great to see you, and we hope to see all of you on September 22nd.
Thanks so much, Andy.